Okay, now let's go over some examples where we reduce ratios to the lowest terms. So for my first example, I have 12 to 8. So for 12 to 8, can I reduce this any further? Well, to start, I always want to check and start with number 2. So am I able to divide 12 by 2? Yes. Am I able to also divide 8 by 2? Because when I divide the left side by 2, I also have to divide the right side by 2. The answer also is yes. So 2 works, so I give it a check mark. 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6, and 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. So now I have 6 to 4. Now, am I also able to reduce or divide 6 by 2? Yes. Can I also divide 4 by 2? Yes. So I go ahead and I do that. Now 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3, and 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2. So now 3 to 2. Can I reduce that any further? And the answer should be no, because both of these are prime numbers and I can't reduce them any further. Now let's move on to my second example of 10 to 25. Can I divide 10, or let's start with 2 first. Can I divide 10 by 2? Yes. But can I divide 25 by 2? No. So now I try another number. Let's try my next number greater than 2. Can I divide 10 by 3? Nope. Can I divide 10 by 4? Nope. Can I divide 10 by 5? Yes. Now let's check the other side. Can I also divide 25 by 5? Yes. So 5 works. In this case, I divide both sides by 5 to reduce it to its lowest terms. 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2, and 25 divided by 5 is going to be 5. Since 2 and 5 are prime numbers, I can stop right here, and that is going to be my lowest terms. Now let's move on to C. This is a 3-term ratio. Let's start with 14, and let's start with my number 2 here. Can I divide 14 by 2? Yes. That's great. Now I move on to check for the next one. Can I divide 21 by 2? Nope, because it's an odd number. So let's move on and check for 3. Can I divide 14 by 3? Nope. Let's check for 4. Can I divide 14 by 4? Nope. Can I divide 14 by 5? Nope. Can I divide 14 by 6? Nope. Can I divide 14 by 7? Yes. Let's check for 21 now. Can I divide 21 by 7? Yes. Let's now check for 35. Can I divide 35 by 7? Yes. So I put a check mark here. I can divide all of them by 7. So let's simply do that. I have 14 divided by 7, 21 divided by 7, and 35 divided by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2, 21 divided by 7 is 3, and 35 divided by 7 is 5. So my final answer in its lowest terms is 2 to 3 to 5.